Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good morning. So today last topic 6, tourism and hotel legislation. So course learning outcome. We have explained concept of tourism law, understanding the meaning of innkeeper, understanding registration of guest act, define and food act. So kita ada tiga lah, 3 undang-undang on this hotel issues. Okay, this is Tourism Industry Act. When Act mean Acta, Acta mean passed in by the Parliament. So this Acta, everybody have to follow. If you break the Acta, either you can be fined or you can be jailed. That's important when you come across Act atau Acta. Anyone who break the Acta, that means you're breaking the law. The punishment depend whether he said that either you be fined or be jailed. So the Tourism Act said that tourism enterprise and tourism guide are required to have this license. So nombor satu, contoh, you want to become a tourist guide. Contoh, the Acta said you must have a license. Like in the college, teacher who want to teach according to Acta college, you must have a teaching license. Teaching license, teaching permit. Teaching permit, the lecturer have to apply from the Kementerian Pendidikan Tinggi, KPT. KPT is the one to issue the teaching permit, not the college. So I can employ a person to teach here, but he or she has to apply the teaching permit. Without teaching permit, you teach here, you breaking the Acta, the Acta Pendidikan lah, Acta college lah. Here, what is said that if you want to become a tourist guide, you must have a license. If you don't get a license yet, you go and become a tourist guide, then you breach the Acta. You breach the Acta, as I said, you can be punished by the court, either by fine or be jail, depend on the what the Acta say lah. One tourism enterprise has been given a license, they are required to either the member association of food and travel or any other membership. So once you have the company that you running the tourism, just now tourist guide, now the company who are operating, tourist guide is individual, like now college lah, teacher is individual, college is an enterprise. So like here, if you have a tour and travel agency to run the tourism business, and then you must register with the MATA, the Association of Travel Agent. If you don't register, they don't issue you license as a tourist agent. What is tourism policy? Tourism policy is a set of discourses, decision and practice driven by government, sometimes in collaboration with private or social actors, with intention to achieve diverse objectives related to tourism. So here in Malaysia, we have Ministry of Culture and Tourism. There's a minister in charge of the tourism industry in Malaysia, because Malaysia consider tourism is an industry, it's a big business. Before COVID, the arrival of tourists is about 23 million people a year. The target to be 29 million, but of course after COVID everything gone to zero lah. But what the point here is that tourism is a big business and it become one of the as an industry in Malaysia. So that's why we have a minister in charge of promoting tourism. So okay, what is tourism industry? Is a tourism industry is total of all business that directly provide goods and services lah. When talking about tourism industry, everything related to tourism lah, hotel, food services, theme park, all kind of thing which the tourism, the people who come for tourist use, that is considered part and parcel of tourism industry. Of course, some are duplicating. Maybe some say no, hotel is only for business, but they also tourist people staying down there. So that is lah the meaning of tourism industry. Purpose tourism, the primary goal of tourism law is to create tourism law. We're talking about tourism law. That's why we have the Tourism Act. To create a regulatory framework for a correct use, development, and control of tourist activity, which is backed by the United Nations Tourism Organization and WTO World Trade Organization. We are one of the country that is participant of WTO. We have to follow the framework or the guideline given by the World Trade Organization for the tourism industry. So be a standard policy to all over the country throughout the world. So we are one of them also that follow. So that policy we make it into an ACTA, so that our people will follow the WTO punya framework and regulatory. Otherwise, people not going to follow, then you can't take action because it's not an act, tidak ada ACTA. So that's why we have a tourism law or tourism act. So the role of the law, law is pervasive in the tourism industry in order to regulate, permit. You need to open a hotel, you must need a permit. Every hotel, 100-room hotel, the government will regulate, must be one room, one workers. That means if you have 200 rooms hotel, you must have a worker of 200 people, all that kind of thing lah. You cannot have a 200-room hotel with only 100 people working. This is all regulation. Then the permit, the government give you the permit, the license to operate the hotel, license to operate the restaurant, license to operate the liquor, all kind of thing. And also doing promotion, which is done by the government agency like the tourism ministry. Empower or ban the commercial leisure activity of both service provider as well as tourists. There are also laws to recognize the right of tourists as well as contract law to determine relation within the industry segment. So this contract law, let's say you stay in the hotel, your barang-barang all got stolen. So under contract law, you sign a contract with the hotel to stay at the hotel. Everything must be safe. So the hotel have to pay you the compensation. That's all kind of things lah. Club Mediterranean, okay. This is a club in Terengganu, Kuantan to Terengganu, kind of tourism resort. Okay, then Innkeepers Act. The act which provide a lien for outstanding lodging charges, establish limits on the innkeeper liability or guest goods, and provide penalties and arrest power of the person who cause disturbances in the inn. So there are many laws in this Innkeeper Act lah. For example, you walk at the swimming pool, you slip, you jatuh, break your leg. So you can sue the innkeeper under this Innkeeper Act to get compensation. As I said just now, you keep your things in your room. Suddenly, your room broke. Curi, come people and steal. Then under the Innkeepers Act, you are protected. The hotel have to pay you. All kind of things lah. So we regulate this law so that you don't have to fight. Suddenly, you keep your things in the room, then lost. Then you have fighting with the management of the hotel. Asked to pay, they don't want to pay. So but under this act, it's very clearly they have to pay. If they don't pay, you can bring them to court. Then the judge can instruct them to pay you. Otherwise, they'll be jail lah. So concept for innkeepers duty is to accept a request all person who are travelers and entertain them unless there's special ground to approach. Also in the act, let's say in the ATA Innkeeper Act. Innkeeper Act ni macam hotel act lah. Last time they don't have hotel. That time before hotel we just call inn. That's why sometimes some place they also hotel they say inn, travel inn or kind of thing. So then came name hotel. Then plus boutique hotel, all kind of thing lah current one. But originally hotel they call it inn. Kecil punya hotel, kecil-kecil. So all the small hotel last time we call it inn. Inn, hotel, tavern, or some in European they call it tavern. Also like inn lah, like small hotel lah. Established, what is they established? They provide what they provide: food, drinks, and bedroom for travelers. These are the three things they provide: food, drink, and tempat tidur, bedrooms for two travelers. And you as a travelers, want you to check in, they cannot refuse you unless you have good reason to refuse you. Otherwise you can make complaint, then the government will take action. Those inn or hotel who refuse to allow you to stay. Have you come across you heard anything that currently anybody want to stay in a hotel, they are refused unless they are proven criminal, then the hotel cannot refuse you to stay in the hotel. So then we have this in the Hotel Properties Act 19, inn is referred to a public hotel. Yeah? So inn is referred to public hotel, any hotel meant for public use. Yeah? Okay, you discuss further in the class. Give an example of inn that you know. So I already mentioned to you what is inn all about. Example, Shangri-La Hotel. Is it an inn? You discuss further. Common law provides that the innkeeper is under the duty to provide reasonable refreshment to a guest, to traveller. Here we call common law. 99.9% student, when I ask, do you understand what is common law? Nobody understand. They will say, common law, undang-undang bersama. Common law, undang-undang bersama. Wrong lah. Common law mean all country under British before, they call it Commonwealth country. Commonwealth country. You study in your standard 5, form 5, form 6. What is Commonwealth country? So from that Commonwealth country, all these country follow the same law. So we call it common law. Originate from the Commonwealth country. That means British country, British under British colonial rule. That is what I mean common law. Bukan undang-undang bersama. Don't get mixed up. In the exam they ask, can you explain in one line what is common law? You also explain undang-undang bersama. Then people laugh at you lah. Just Google there in the internet, ask what is common law, and they give you a good short write-up. Okay, common law provide the innkeeper is under duty to provide reasonable refreshment to guests and traveller. As I said just now lah, they have to provide foods, lodging and services. Okay, for example, welcome to bed and breakfast, guest registration. This small hotel, last time we call it inn lah. You can get plenty in UK, in Europe. Travel in or kind of thing. Okay, let's listen to your experience. Do you have any stayed in hotel before? Name the hotel that you know. Discuss further in the class. Give your experience, good or bad, that when you stayed at the inn, hotel, or any kind of resident lah, any kind of tempat sewa lah, even a small hotel, any place you have stayed before, any room you have stayed before. Can you share the experience in the class? Maybe you learn something that you want to know last time, whether they have treated you well or not. Registration of Guest Act. The Act applied to throughout Malaysia. Registration officer means a registration officer appointed by the Nigerian Registration Office. Specified premises, that mean any premises, whether furnished or unfurnished, whether lodging or sleeping accommodation is provided for reward. Okay, the simple registration act lah. That mean you want to register to any hotel, you must register. Have you come across you stay in a hotel, you just come in and give you the key, go to the room? Tak ada, because there is a registration of guest act. So if the hotel didn't register you according to this act, they should have break the rule. They can be prosecuted. Okay. What is most important to hotel guests? What is most important to you to stay in the inn or hotel or kind of thing? Guests value a comfortable room most highly. Biasanya you go to the room, you find it comfortable. That is the first thing you choose why you want to stay at the hotel. And that service in the next most important factor. And that service, you call for coffee, you call for tea. If they come to serve you 1 hour, 2 hours after you call, and then of course that is not a good service. So that is the next service. Normally you call within 5 minutes, they should come to your room, whatever things you need. Amenities and facility are less important, and location building have the smallest effect on it. Okay, the amenities sometimes, whether they give soap, whether they provide you toothbrush, is not a really major thing lah. That's what I mean here. Important thing is the comfortable the room and the service. This is the two things that hotel guests look to. What do tourists want in hotel? As a tourist, as traveller, what do you want? So travelers, tend to expect, among other things, cleanliness. You first thing you go in the room, if not clean, I think you run away out lah. How are you going to stay in the hotel? And then whether they have any complimentary shampoo, proximity to business meeting or key attraction, near to the shopping complex or not. Some old people like me will like to see whether near to the masjid or not, easy to go for prayer. So depend. What is your preference? And a great view. But with emerging technology and evolving guest need, hotels are having to play catch up to stay current with guest need. Okay, so now they have many other gadgets that can make you comfortable in the room. Imagine that your guest at the Hotel de Palma. Hotel de Palma is in Jalan Ampang, Kuala Lumpur, and the service that given reception is very terrible. What will you do? What do you think? Discuss in the class. Food Act, the act to protect public against health and hazard and fraud in preparation, sale of use of good, and for matters incident therefore connected to therewith. There's also the Food Act under the tourism industry. Some people they cook artificial food and give to you. That is wrong. Shark fin used to be very expensive. They now producing artificial shark fin, give it to you. They charge you on the shark fin. If you can prove that to the government or to the enforcement officer that the shark fin is fake, under the Food Act 1983, you can sue the restaurant or the hotel. That's what it means. That goes for other food that they serve you lah. Any fake food they serve you, you can, under this, there's an ACTA that you can take action. That you have the right to take action. But if there's no act, how are you going to take action those people who give you fake food? No way again. Purpose of the act, so the purpose of the act is for you to protect your health and your rights to get the right food that you order. Food safety standard to refer formal document containing requirement that food or food processors have complied to safeguard the human health. So of course, now they are very health conscious, everybody health conscious. Every food they prepare, they must state that what are the ingredients, how many calories or kind of things that plate of food they give it to you. So that is for the food safety standard, so that you don't eat, get sick, get fat or kind of thing. So what is Malaysian food safety? What do you think? The main legislation regarding food safety, Food Act, it aims to protect the public against food-related hazard or frauds and fraud lah. Macam tadi saya cakap fraud lah. Fraud artificial shark fin. Not betul-betul daripada shark. They just do it artificial. Many things people do artificial. Some people said don't have proof yet. Even in China, they produce artificial rice made from plastic. So I don't prove it here, but I saw in a lot of social media. I said be careful. They even produce artificial rice from plastic. You know plastic come from oil. Daripada minyak, they have a lot of byproduct. They have plastic, so they can use this and convert it to look like rice. But actually it's a byproduct of oil. As well as to promote and motivate the preparation, handling, distribution, sale and consumption of safe, high and quality food. So these are the things that very difficult, very careful. You eat the wrong food, you can get health hazard, sakit. Even you can die because the food is food poisoning, kind of thing. Correct or not? Some people die just because of food poisoning. So think about it. What do you expect from food that has been served in 5-star hotel? 5-star hotel, the big hotel, we call it 5-star hotel. 5-star hotel, minimum requirement must have 400 rooms. Minimum requirement must have 24 hours coffee house. And they must have another 2 international restaurant, either Chinese restaurant or Japanese restaurant. So this is a 5-star hotel. Less than 400 room, same facility, we call it 4-star hotel. 4-star hotel. Then it goes on for the 3-star, 2-star, and all the budget hotel. Summary, okay. We have gone through all the summary about the law, the unique area of law, all kind of things that you please discuss further in the class. It's a quite simple topic, but interesting to know because that be in your daily life.